there, I'm Kylie, I play Shionibus, and this is what you missed in Season 2, Episode 21 of Edge of Legend. In the Library of Ore, the party does research on the previous Circle prophecy. One thing that all the 8th Circle members had in common was a tie to the god Azamat. Meanwhile, Lothair has a vision using the mushroom Redbird gave him for more insight into the past. He sees Tobias' father, Tobit, in a coastal town he doesn't recognize, about to strike a gigantic, draconic tidal wave with rage-filled green eyes. In his head, Lothair hears the voice of Azamat apologize to his sons and daughters, lamenting it was never supposed to be their job to fix. When Lothair informs the party of what he was able to discover, Shionibus takes out a drawing from Tobit's journal and through deduction is able to surmise that the dragon Tobit was fighting was Koromat, the dragon god of venom, poison words, and corruption. The party decides to all travel with Lothair to the past, even though Lothair is unsure of the possible consequences of using his newfound power too often. In the vision, the party is back at the town nobody has seen before, and Tobias stands next to his father for the first time. The party sees a statue in town with 4 dragons and 4 humans. The majority of the drawing is draconic, but essentially it's a monument to the Great Dragon War, and those represented are lives lost on both sides. Ichi taps into her spiritual prowess and discovers that the town is swarming with spirits. The city was built on the battlegrounds of the war and the final stand between the 2 foes. She meets a construct named Behemoth III, quickly dubbed Benny, and Benny informs her that he was around for the war itself. But amidst their exploration, Lothair gets sucked further into the vision and is face to face with the onslaught of war. As a final battle that seals the fate of the world unfurls before him, he witnesses the destruction of Koromat, his scales sucked into a green vortex behind him, and his words uttered through a seething smile, "Though you win the war, I will be your tyrant. I will be your king." When he disintegrates, a human-made construct named Behemoth I takes a dragon egg, the one Lothair recognizes as the baby dragon Peace mentioned in historical records, and disappears. Then a disturbing voice echoes in Lothair's ears. "I will drown you all." Lothair sees more visions of underwater monstrosities and glowy green swords, but is sucked back to the rest of the party, utterly horrified, and in a panic, they return to their time. Realizing that every Circle prophecy was meant to combat the same threat, the party gets back to work. In their private study room is a box containing the glowing green egg dragon scale that Zara Lior and Father Tikva mentioned dissolves everything it touches. But Dragon notices it actually destables the molecules and erases any object it encounters from reality completely. He also notices how shaken Tobias is having seen his father for the first time, and they have a private aside with Lothair and Morel to provide emotional support. Simultaneously, Alona recalls that a very helpful book that would have pertinent information to the Green King, Goran, and Koromat is in the Platinum Hammer. So instead of traveling all the way back, Zara Lior gives them a ritual to speak to Old Man Tanin to ask questions, but not without some shenanigans between Dragon, Meneva's holy armor, and a little chat with the gods. When speaking with Old Man Tanin, he's able to confirm that the city the party visited is called Dragon's Grave, and was indeed built in tribute to the war. Shionibus also follows up on the names Cain and Hannah from the party's research, and Old Man Tanin is able to recall Hannah renamed herself and moved to Azmakon as a masked warrior, and Cain resides in Dragon's Grave. Tanin explains that the 4 dragons immortalized by the statue at the center of Dragon's Grave are Koromat, Prodigimat, Venomat, and Medisamat, and that his friend Arbad, who is a wormkin like Tanin, saw something terrible at the bottom of the ocean that had him question everything. But like many wormkin after the Great Dragon War, he slept for 5,000 years and was awoken at the end of the Green War. Learning this, the party decides to head south to Dragon's Grave, knowing they'll need to travel through the dangerous lands of Inchelator, Veramus, and New Jack City to reach it. And that is everything you need to know about Season 2, Episode 21 of Edge of Legend. Make sure to tune in 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to Nat20 Productions' official channel on Twitch to catch the newest episodes of Edge of Legend as they happen. We look forward to seeing you become legends right alongside with us. Thanks for watching!